Hey everyone, I haven't really done a proper video in a while, but it's 2022, so I thought let's get back on this grind. And what better way to kick off the new year by telling you about a new toy that I got at the end of last year. Basically, I decided to get a slightly early Christmas present, one that I said is for my wife, because she will be the one that uses it the most. But you know, in all honesty, it's a present for me. So before I tell you what the present was, it makes sense to give you some background context. For the last 12 years, my wife has been driving around this beauty. Now don't get me wrong, Volkswagen Polos are amazing cars, but over 12 years there's been a lot, and I mean a lot, of innovation in the automotive industry from the base level Volkswagen back then. But the present that I got, the upgrade, is none other than a Tesla. Be ready to see a few videos about this car during this year, but I thought the first video should be all about highlighting some features that are available in newer cars these days compared to the way in which things were done 12 years ago in a base level Volkswagen. So first of all, opening the car. On a base level car back then, there was no central locking. You had to use the key, which meant scratches on the paintwork when it got dark. Now, I don't even need to use a key. I can just walk up to the car and it will open because I have it connected to my phone in my pocket. But I could also unlock the car from my phone as well, like this. So moving the seats. Back in the days, none of this was electric and it was all mechanical. But now, I just get into the car, sit inside the seat, and then it automatically puts me into the position that's stored for me, as well as the steering wheel. And then we have the side mirrors. Back then in the Polo, it was a little bit difficult, let's say. I'd reach over to this side, be able to change my mirror, look over to my left-hand side, and have to reach all the way over to try and make a change. However, when I reach over, I'm not in the position that I want to actually see that mirror. So I have to keep on going back and forth to actually get it to the right position. Whereas again here, it's all stored in electric. So as soon as I sit in and the seat moves into the right position, so does the side mirrors. Then we have the windows. I think some of the kids these days don't even know that cars used to come with this handle that you would have to rotate constantly in order to bring a window down or up. And you know what? The hardest thing was going to a drive-through. At each window, especially in the winter, you'd have to go down and back up again. Now it's just a simple button. Pretty standard to most people. And then we have the radio. Now, these days, everybody just connects with their phone via Bluetooth. But there's no Bluetooth on this older car. So we had to buy a separate speaker that we would connect into the car in order to connect up to our phone so we can listen to our music and also make calls and be able to talk to people while we're driving. Now in the new car, everything is already set up. So as soon as I come in, my phone is already connected to the car and my music will just play automatically. Then we have the SatNav. Now, it wasn't too bad because we were just able to put our phone on a holder inside the older cars. But nowadays, I can actually just search for where I want to go when I'm trying to work out my plan for the day in my house. I can just share that location straight to my car, and as soon as I get into my car, I'll see it up on the screen, just like this. Now, opening and closing the boot. At the beginning stages of the older car, it wasn't too bad. You would just lift the lever and it will open. Over time, the pneumatics slightly started to wear and tear. Now it's just a little bit more of an effort to push the door up. In the new car, it's a lot easier. I can just press a button on my phone or on the screen and it will open up. I can also press a button underneath, just like a normal car, but it'll automatically open up, and also it will automatically close as well. But even better on this Tesla, I also have a front trunk as well, which is called a frunk, as it's an American car, but if it's here in UK, I guess it's a fruit. Now we come to some of the more interesting features, let's say. Reversing a car. Now, back in the days, you put it into reverse, and there was no sensors. And so the best you could do is end up with something like this as your parking sensors. On the new car, however, there's cameras all around it, and at the same time, there's a radar as well. So not even just getting the noises to say that you're getting close to a car, I'm actually seeing the actual distance between my car and the car behind. And this one, I believe, is a game changer. Warming up the car on a cold winter's day. On the older cars, you'd have to go into the car, turn on the engine, leave the key in the car, and if you've got to go back into the house and get loads of other things to go back into the car, there's always a risk someone could come in and just take your car away. On the new car, however, while it's locked, while you're in your house, you can just pick up your phone and heat up the car inside the warmth of your own house, and once it's ready, you can then go into your car and be ready to start your journey. And then we have the feature of the seat heaters. Now, when we bought the car, we had seat heaters only at the front of the car. There was a software update a couple of weeks after we bought the car, and then all of a sudden, we got heated seats at the back of the car as well as on the steering wheel. Pretty cool upgrade for free, where most cars end up charging you extra for those features. In the older car, when we wanted to have heated seats or heated steering wheels, the only options were to heat it up yourself. It wasn't the ideal solution. So there you go, that was a 10 feature comparison between our older car and our newer car. Now I plan to make further videos with this Tesla, and if there's anything in particular that you want to know about, please leave a comment down below and we'll try and do a video around that. But that's it for today's video. Peace and love to all of you. See you on the next one. Bye.